What is going on, my reefing fam? March here. This is Fragbox TV. Store is now closed. I'm about to leave and I see here on the sand bed. Hello, Mr. Diggs. What's up, puppy? Come help us make a video. So on the sand bed of our Red Sea Reefer 250, as you can see here, it doesn't look very pretty. Actually, it looks like absolute, I'm going to use the word shit. It looks like absolute shit. Okay? Looks like crap. Why? Algae. We're dealing with a very annoying algae. This is a very common algae. For new tanks, I find that once you beat it, it doesn't come back. I'm fairly certain that it is a red slime algae, or I think they call it Cyanobacteria. We were kind of arguing or debating today a little bit in the store if it was diatom or dino. I don't think it's a diatom because I find diatom usually will cover the tank almost fully. You'll get this light brown, dusty, shitty looking algae all over the rocks, all over the glass, and on the sand. And this is only on the sand. I'm not getting this anywhere else in the tank. So I don't think it's a diatom outbreak, which is very common for new systems. You have all this excess silicate and maybe some phosphates, and it's one of the easier algae to beat, really. Oh, you're alive. Oh my god, sorry, sidetrack of the day. I thought this fish died. He was on his last limb. This beautiful sailfin. I'm so happy to see he's alive. Okay, sorry about that. So, not diatom. So then maybe dino flagellates. I don't think it's that either. And I also want to get rid of this nem. I'm going to talk about that in a second. But I don't think it's a dino, because dino, I find that you get these like little bubbles that string, they kind of grow vertically out of the sand bed. And I'm not seeing that here. I'm just seeing really, really flat. And this is more, I don't know how the camera's picking up the color. Am I using the filter? Hold on, let's see. Yeah, I am. So it's more red, like reddish purple. And dinos I find are a little bit more on the brown, beigey, sandy sort of color. Hello, feather duster. So I'm fairly certain it's a cyano. So what am I going to do to fix it? There's probably an imbalance in the water. So first thing I could do is test the water and see if maybe the nitrates or phosphates are out of whack. I find sometimes if your nitrates bottom out, they're at 0, and your phosphates are a little bit higher, you run into this algae issue. Or the other way around, nitrates are high, phosphates are low. The other thing I could do, as you see, it's way more, it's aggressive over here. It's quite dominant on the right hand side of the tank. A little bit less over here, a little bit over there in the back. So what I've done up until now is I went conch crazy. So I really like conches because they're great at mixing the sand bed. So this is a sand sifting here. I believe this is a strawberry. There's 1, 2, 3. I have, oh, there's a butterfly under there, 4, 5. There's another sand sifting, 6. I think I added like, I want to say 10, along with some Nacerius snails. So these are these little snails that live in the sand. I added maybe 2 dozen, maybe 20. I added a bunch of sand sifting animals to kind of help aerate and move the sand and disturb the algae. The Nacerius ones I'm talking about are these ones over here. They live actually in the sand. So, oh, sorry, Mr. Horseshoe Crab. Oh my god. Sorry, buddy. Oh, messing you up. Okay, go about living your nice life so I can show the YouTubers the snails. See these? These are great at mixing the sand bed and keeping it nice and clean and healthy. I added a bunch of those. Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you is the snails obviously haven't worked. It's been about a week, week and a half, and it's still looking like not good at all. So the other thing I could do is increase the flow. I'm using 2 Nero 5s on the back walls here. Oh, if you're looking for one, we should have some coming in soon because we've been out of stock for a long time. It could be that I just don't have enough flow. Maybe I need another power head down here, or another power head down here. Oh, there's another conch in the back. And then that'll kind of just help move the sand bed around. I did kick them up though. I'm running them fairly strong. The flow in here is quite good, and I don't really want more flow than what I'm seeing because I'm running predominantly soft corals. They don't need a lot of flow. They can take more than what I'm giving them, but I'm really happy with the flow pattern of the tank, and I don't want to bother the corals by, you know, increasing the flow too much. So what I'm going to do now is, where is it? What did I do with it? ChemiClean. I'm going to use this. I've used it many, many times in the past. Usually I recommend going with a chemical solution like this as a last resort. As you can see there, treatment for stains from red cyanobacteria. That is what I'm suffering with. This little thing runs 25 bucks, and it'll do 300 gallons. So it's not expensive, and it'll do a lot. I've used it many times. I'm going to add it to the tank now. and then I'm going to come back and finish the video off in a couple days, because I hope and I suspect that it's going to clear it all up. And I just want to show you that it's a great product and it's not going to bother any of the corals or invertebrates. It's kind of a pain in the ass though to get out of the water. So what you have to do is add it. It comes like this. It's a little powder. They give you a spoon. I think it's 1 spoon for every 10 gallons. This is a 55 gallon or 60 gallon with the sump. So I'm going to do just slightly over what they recommend. That they're asking for 6 scoops. I'm going to do like 7 or 8. I like to go a little bit heavier. And then you got to turn off the skimmer, because the skimmer is going to go bonkers. It's going to go crazy. And then what you do is run carbon to get this out of the water. And I find that it's a little bit tricky. It can take like a week and a half to get all of it 100% out. But I want it, once you get rid of the algae, typically it doesn't come back. If it comes back, then I got to start thinking about adding power heads. Anyways, I'm rambling on. I'm going to go ahead and add this, and I'm going to check back with you guys in a couple days, and we'll see if it has been effective. Tia's upset because I turned off Justin Timberlake. Okay, so let me give you a little update. Am I using the filter? Nope. I overdosed the ChemiClean, and it's looking pretty good. The cyano is more or less gone. I do have a little bit of brown residue sort of on the sand. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. I don't think it's cyano. The cyano is like a mat of this burgundy, reddish, purple, really crappy looking. That's all gone. But I do see a slight tinge. I don't know if it's the sand. We're not too impressed with the sand, actually. The sand that we're using is a new one from Aquaforce. I do not think we're going to carry it. I'm not crazy about it. I'm even contemplating pulling it all out, siphoning it out, and switching to the Carib Sea sand that we're using. Well, new aquariums are in. Switching to the new the sand we typically use here from the Carib Sea, which is this one here, Arag Alive. But the chemical treatment did work. Not to get sidetracked, I'm talking about sand now. It's completely gone. I ran it for almost a week, so that's a lot longer than they recommend. And then, no, I want to say 5 days, and then 3 or 4 days with a heavy load of carbon, because what you want to do is use carbon to get this stuff out of the water. You don't want it in the water too long. Your skimmer goes crazy. I tried turning it on after day 2. Skimmer was still going buck wild, and then after about day 4, the carbon had pulled it all out, and it is back to running and taking out nice thick gunkiness. So if you use this stuff and it doesn't work, it's possible that it's not actually cyano. We had a customer in the other day that tried that stuff 3 times and it wasn't working. And I think that he actually has Dino, which is similar. For dinos, we recommend a different product over here, which is this one, Dino X. And I've done a video in the past using it on that exact same aquarium. So go ahead and check that out if you're dealing with dinos, or maybe you've tried ChemiClean and it hasn't worked for you. It's possible that it is another type of algae. I'm gonna say it worked. I'm happy with the results. I'm in love with the Neptune Sky. I'm gonna do a full video review kind of on it, and then maybe another one in a couple months. I don't know how it's possible. The soft corals, they just look happier. They look more plump. I do have to move this, though. This is not a good position. I messed up. Suspicularia getting in the way of the clam, and I am beginning to get off track. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna wrap this video up. If you guys got any questions, you know how to reach us. Hit us up by email, and that's it. We'll see you guys back here soon. Thank you for watching this episode of Fragbox TV.